Welcome to our presentation. Today we'll be presenting our research report for our University of Guyana course. We are Group 5 and let me take this moment to introduce our group members. Myself, Ricardo Eric Camacho, Samuel Samuel Swiven, Travis Shenan, Chika McLean, and Chinesh Jinialdal. Now, our assignment is based on a documentary that was provided by our lecturer, Ms. Penelope De Freitas. The documentary examines the rapid advancement in AI and their profound impact on society. Primary question related to the documentary. Number one, how will AI change society in the future? AI is becoming a central part of our life, impacting areas like the healthcare and transportation. Firstly, healthcare transformation. AI enhanced diagnostic accuracy by helping doctors to detect diseases at the earliest stage, which can increase survival rates. Advancements in mobility. AI-powered autonomous vehicles, which can aim to reduce accidents by removing human error. However, challenges like the technical limitation must be overcome. Privacy and surveillance. As related in the documentary, in China, there is a vast majority of AI-driven surveillance which collects mass data, which can also raise concerns about privacy and data security. Impact on work and employment. AI may replace jobs, especially in manufacturing and transportation, but it may also create new roles in machine learning and data analysis. Ethical decision making. These raise concern of the ethical dilemmas about how AI prioritizes safety, fairness, and accountability when a machine goes wrong. Consumer experience. AI is transforming the retail with automated stores. While these are convenient, it may raise concerns about privacy and how our data is used. These are just a few examples of how AI will shape our future.
Here I'll be talking about the ethical point of views, the perspectives, the risk that was introduced in the documentary. There are mostly three areas, and these three areas happen to be accountability and control, privacy concerns and surveillance, bias and discrimination in AI systems. Now, decisions made by AI without human guidance can have significant impacts on people's lives. This is where accountability and control would come in, because who would be responsible for such an incident? Would it be the creators, operators, or AI itself? That is a question that has been unanswered over the past years, given it has gained a lot of friction. The next thing is privacy concerns and surveillance. Now, facial recognition technology. Individuals can be monitored without their consent, leading to potential privacy breaches in one's privacy. The next thing, data mining practices. Mass data collection through surveillance systems can infringe on personal privacy rights. Privacy out of the door again. Lastly, government and corporate control. Oh, the big man on the list. Surveillance technology empowers entities to gain more control over people's data, potentially leading to exploitation. We all know that we are being exploited in some kind of ways. But with AI now being present, the gap has been widened a lot. And lastly, bias and discrimination in AI systems. Now, some AI systems can be trained using large data sets reflecting on existing social behaviors and prejudices. And without the careful monitoring and adjustments, AI systems may perpetuate and worsen biases present in society, because the world will get better soon, yes, but it won't get better now. And if we have persisting issues, it will only make it worse.
For this section, I will be examining what are the data privacy risks discussed in the documentary. AI tools are becoming increasingly intelligent, adding features like mass surveillance and data collection. Smart devices like smartphones, video doorbells, and Amazon Alexa collect users' data for various purposes. However, this can lead to privacy concerns as certain agencies and institutions may collect and use users' information legally or illegally, affecting users' knowledge and understanding of the situation. AI has played a big role in predictive analytics, using past information and statistics to predict users' behavior. While this may sound convenient, it can lead to unethical decision-making and user confusion. The risk of failure and potential harm to users may also arise, as they may feel unfairly treated and question the AI's accountability. Now, data ownership and consent are crucial components in data privacy risks, determining how users' personal data is collected, used, and shared. These terms impact an individual's control of their private information, allowing use of various sectors and organizations manipulating users to consent to agreements. While these seemingly aspects may seem beneficial, they can be detrimental to users of artificial intelligence when analyzed deeply.
Here I'll be talking about the nations that lead in data protection and AI laws. At the forefront, we have four of them. The first one being the European Union, which is leading with its Artificial Intelligence Act, which basically categorizes AI system based on their risk levels and setting strict requirements for them. Next, we have the US, which is the United States. Now, various states within the United States are focusing on principles like transparency, accountability, and trying to prevent discrimination. Next, we have the UK, which is the United Kingdom. They are emphasizing on safety, transparency, fairness, accountability, and contestability in AI regulation. And lastly, China, which is basically advancing its AI capabilities with targeted regulations on specific applications like facial recognition and surveillance.
Question number 2, which is, are there any laws or ongoing discourse about data protection AI legislation in Guyana? Yes, they are. In Guyana, Data Protection Act was signed onto the law on August 16, 2023, in a major advancement in how the country handles personal data and its relationship with emerging technologies like artificial intelligence.
Here I'll be talking about the principles in the United Kingdom ethics framework and how it is relevant to the case studies that was identified in the video. We have four principles that was identified. The four being accountability, transparency, fairness, safety and security, and privacy. Now, in terms of accountability, AI should be able to have responsibilities in order to prevent harm and errors in certain areas like medical diagnosis and self-driving cars. We say these areas because they are dealing with human lives on a daily basis, right? And if something is to happen, we should be able to say, yes, AI caused this, a human caused this, or an animal caused this, right? The next thing is transparency. Now, in terms of decision making, AI should be clear. That way it could foster trust, scrutiny, and accountability. So we would know what it's about and wouldn't have to be going through a set of information or doing a set of digging just to figure out what really is going on. The next thing is fairness. Now, these systems should be able to avoid bias. There's one thing, right? We got to avoid bias no matter what, because we do not want some people getting and the other people not getting. Now, if that is happening, well, we know something is definitely wrong with the system. The next thing is safety and security. Now, in terms of AI, right, this should be robust against preventing attacks. This is one thing, because we're talking about an entire system that can function on its own, right? It's that powerful. So it should be able to stop attacks and prevent simple things like harmful mistakes or exploitation. All right? The next thing, privacy. Now, this is one thing that has been on the table for a very, very long time. Privacy, right? Here, the system must be able to respect privacy right and not exploit people's rights. Instead, it should be safeguarding the personal information and ensuring that there is confidentiality in it.
The case study and relevance to the UK ethics framework, in contrast to medical diagnosis. In medical diagnosis, AI is used to support doctors in decision making about patient care. To ensure trust, the framework principles of accountability, transparency, and fairness are critical. First, we will be looking at fairness. Fairness ensures that AI systems do not introduce biases leading to equitable care of patients, regardless of gender, race, or socioeconomic status. Accountability. Accountability ensures that if an AI system makes an error, the responsibility lies within the developers, ensuring that doctors and patients can trust AI's guidance. Transparency. Transparency is necessary for doctors to understand how AI arrives at decisions, making them more confident in explaining AI-generated diagnosis in patients. Safety and security are vital to prevent AI systems from making harmful mistakes, ensuring that all health data is protected from breaches. And the last one, privacy. Privacy ensures that patients' data is handled confidentially and is in compliance with privacy laws. This has brought us to the end of our presentation.